Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. I just want to let you know that Hillary Clinton she's being kept up at night. And, well, it's not because of Bill. Let's hear what she has to say. Welcome to the Matt Logan Show.
Hello, Indivisibles. I'm here to highlight something that is keeping me up at night. And I know this group really understands what I'm about to say. I know we're all focused on the 2022 midterm elections, and they are incredibly important. But we also have to look ahead, because you know what? Our opponents certainly are. Right-wing extremists already have a plan to literally steal the next presidential election. And they're not making a secret of it. The right-wing controlled Supreme Court may be poised to rule on giving state legislatures, yes, you heard me that correctly, state legislatures the power to overturn presidential elections. Just think, if that happens, the 2024 presidential election could be decided not by the popular vote or even by the anachronistic Electoral College.
Ooh, that's a big word.
But by state legislatures, many of them Republican-controlled. But there's also good news in the face of this very real threat to democracy. Indivisible has launched Crush the Coup to make sure we're ready to defend democracy in 2024. They've put together a list of critical races in 6 key states and how you can get involved. Will you support Crush the Coup by donating to Indivisible and state legislature candidates? Each of these races is highly competitive, and your dollars could very well decide the winners and the winner of the next presidential election. This could not be more important or more urgent.
Ooh, I'm scared.
Conspiracy theorist.
That sounds like it to me.
It does sound like it, or somebody that's really desperate.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of powerful words there. Maybe they should take her off of Twitter.
Oh, well, maybe now.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Screw that First Amendment.
It's obviously that's sarcasm. If anybody didn't pick up on that,
laying it down pretty deep.
This is poor Hillary. It's keeping her up at night. She can't sleep.
If this is what keeps her up at night, but she can sleep through everything else, she's got some issues.
She does. But we're not going to talk about her issues specifically. However, we're going to talk about this whole theory of hers that apparently is legitimate. And it's so legitimate that she is asking for money.
Weird.
I think I should donate right now. Will you take over?
Absolutely.
A couple of things here. I was like, there's a lot to tear apart. One is that if this is such a big, huge problem, why is she reading it and not reading it even very well? Wouldn't this be something that's on her mind, as she has put it, and this is something super important to her, and you would be able to just communicate that, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, if you're that passionate about it. If it's a serious threat, why wouldn't that be national news?
And the other thing is too, if it is, why? I mean, there's somebody using cue cards in the background. You can see the shadows. You can see some of these things going on, and it's like, I don't know if you picked up on that at all.
I didn't.
But and then so someone's moving in the background. I'm guessing cue cards. You can clearly see she's reading it, and not very well.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know, man. That in itself is like, this clearly isn't very concerning. And it's not national news. And the other thing is it'll never be national news, because national news, the only people that are conspiracy theorists on stolen elections and these coups that she's talking about, she literally says coup.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I mean, it's like, whoa. Time out here. This should be demolished by every single news organization on the planet.
And it's pretty much under the radar right now. There is not much out there regarding this video.
Right.
I was pretty amazed at the lack of news articles and videos and commentary about it. I was really surprised. Maybe she's lost her relevancy, or she never had it. I don't know.
I was pretty... She has been living off of taxpayer money for, I don't know, a very long time, right? And so, yet...
45, 50 years? Maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So, she's now asking for more money because even though she's been on taxpayer money for that long and is worth millions and millions.
We won't know. I mean, have they ever released the books from the Clinton Foundation? Is that public knowledge?
They were supposed to because it's a 501(c), so I don't know. That's a mess at minimum.
I'm guessing that wealth dried up after the 2016 elections, but
it seemed to have. If you give me a couple of minutes, I'll pull up an article and I'll tell you about how much they make at that foundation. But in the meantime, when anybody says something like this, so here it is. Comparably.com has the Clinton Foundation salaries ranging from. Looks like on the lowest end is about $50,000 a year. The highest end, $229,000 a year.
And are those employees or Clintons?
These are employees.
Okay.
And they have about 2,000 employees.
What?
2,000.
No way.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it here again. I was looking this up earlier.
Wow.
It might have been a different article, but...
I mean, does that include like black ops folks?
One never knows.
Morticians, maybe?
Maybe.
Crematoriums? I don't know.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I don't know. The point being, ultimately, is this is very weird to me that they condemn all the money being raised by Republicans and this kind of stuff, and then she's going out saying the Republicans are going to, it's a coup, they're going to take over the world, man.
Right.
And it's like, it's so beyond hypocritical.
And saying that the Supreme Court essentially is going to eliminate the Electoral College, which her snide comment about that.
Yeah, which actually they've tried to do.
Right.
The Democrats have tried to get rid of and have said that the Electoral College is a joke and that shouldn't be around anymore. It should be based off of popular vote.
But yet it's worked for 200 plus years.
Right.
Really well.
Yes.
Because it gives a fair representation of our country, not just
the big
most
cities.
People,
yeah.
Not just the big cities.
Yep.
Or the big counties.
Right.
Yep.
So have you ever heard of Carrie Lake?
No.
She is running for governor down in Arizona, and let's put this up on the screen. And this is a shout out to Breaking Live, and we're going to watch this video here now.
If you're going to start throwing around terms like election denier, let's remember who the other election deniers were: Hillary Clinton and all the Democrats. Next question. I'm really shocked you asked that question, George.
Well,
actually, Anthony, where's Anthony?
Once in a while.
Come here, Anthony. You know, I did a little, actually, Anthony, how old are you?
20.
Are you a journalist?
No.
Well, you did better research than half these people. Let's talk about election deniers. Here's 150 examples of Democrats denying election results. Oh, wow, look at this. This is from Joe Biden's press secretary. Reminder, Brian Kemp stole the gubernatorial election from Georgians and Stacey Abrams.
Sure that, to make sure that...
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Democrat saying that. Is that an election denier? Oh, look at this.
Laugh at that one.
Just heard Republican Ryan Costello said it would be difficult for Stacey Abrams to win because she lost her state bid, but yet she's still claiming she never lost. This is outrageous. Hillary Clinton. Trump is an illegitimate president. Is she an election denier? This one says, was the 2016 election legitimate? It now definitely is a question worth asking. That's the Los Angeles Times. So it's okay for Democrats to question elections, but it's not okay for Republicans. It's a crock of BS. Every one of you knows it. We have our freedom of speech, and we're not going to relinquish it to a bunch of fake news propagandists. If you want a copy of these, I'm sure that Anthony would help you get a copy and help you learn how to be journalists, but look it up. It's been happening for a long time. Since 2000, people have questioned the legitimacy of our elections.
We did it, Joe.
And all we're asking is that in the future, we don't have that have to happen anymore. When I'm governor, we're going to make sure we have honest elections. We want the Democrats, the Independents, and the Republicans to all know that their vote counted. We want fair, honest, and transparent elections, and we're going to deliver that for the people. But just remember, guys, this is one page after Hillary Clinton says George W. Bush was selected president, not elected. So let's start. If you're going to...
But who exactly thinks the president is doing a good job?
Anyway, Breaking Live, shout out to them. Much bigger channel than what we have here, and that's not really what we're trying to do. So it's their editing and things, but just right off of YouTube, obviously you could see a press conference that was going on there, and Carrie Lake is, quite frankly, she's nailed it. And in the research on this and election deniers and coups that Hillary's talking about, the Democrats have they have a long history of this.
Good for thee, not for me.
Right.
The irony is deafening. That was a pretty funny clip, I gotta say.
It's a great clip.
Hilarious.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to subscribe here to this.
Yeah.
This one, but it's just so interesting that she can say straight-faced this kind of stuff, and I don't get it. I'm literally like, this is a person that has been in politics for a very large majority of her adult life in some fashion or another, and you're going to play these kind of games. The games are not with other politicians. These games are with hardworking, working class, mainly white and blue collar Americans.
Yeah.
This isn't a game that's played with your inner circle elitists that you're going around doing this stuff to. This is playing with people's livelihoods. This is playing with literally people's lives. It's garbage. I just, wow, couldn't believe it.
And in the end, she just has her hand up for more money.
Yeah, just give me more.
Yep.
Because
that's what it comes down to for the Clintons, more money.
Yeah.
You would think they would be set at this point in life. But what are they afraid of? I think it's more than money. With that being said, what are they afraid of with the other party getting back in office? And unfortunately, the 4 years of Trump, things didn't come full circle on all of his claims with the corruption with the Clintons. But I think there's something behind that, and pretty much everything she does is she's trying to cover her own butt.
It sure seems like it. I mean, what was interesting, too, to take a left here, they found all the emails. That was a legitimate at the FBI and no prosecution. I mean, they literally came out and said, yeah, she did it, but, we're not going to do anything about it. What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah. But they have other witch hunts to focus on, so let's worry about those things instead.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Yeah.
And it's becoming more obvious.
Social media and technology is putting it front and center in people's faces.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yep.
I don't really know. I mean, that's probably all the commentary I have on this one. I don't know. I don't know.
It's just the irony of
it makes
what side of the aisle are you on, depending on what your threat is. Because she's flip-flopping depending on what her worry is.
Yeah, totally. And it makes me really sad, frankly. It makes me sad that you have to resort to this kind of stuff because you can't get up there and legitimately have debates, clearly. Mm-hmm. You can't have... And when I say debates, I mean more or less with the public, with the general voting public. Mm-hmm. You're going to battle it out, I get it, with your opposite party, right? I understand that. You're going to duke it out. I get that. But with the public, with the voting public, why don't you stand up and I'm not saying the Republicans are innocent of this either.
No.
But I'm saying stand up and give your statements. This is what we want to do. This is what we're going to do. We're not establishment. We're not, I suppose, career politicians, stuff like that,
She sees the writing on the wall of what's going to happen in 4 years. Because in 2 years, the current administration has absolutely imploded our economy. And it's not going to get better in the next 2 years. There's no magic pill for this. And she knows that they're going to be in the fight for their lives to get another Democrat in the presidential office.
Yeah.
And she's preempting that
probably
strike.
for a while.
Probably.
Yeah.
So, and not that the Republicans are a whole lot better, but obviously the DFL is scared out of their minds.
I mean, how in the world can anyone, I don't care who you are, straight-faced say that President Trump, while he was president, ruined everything? Our Constitution and the way our government is set up, specifically, one person can't wreck things that bad. Or
Biden's trying really hard,
but
though.
he has the whole Senate and he has the whole House.
Right. And to be fair, Trump had the same thing for his first 2 years.
Right.
He had the majority everywhere.
Yes.
But he didn't implode our country.
Correct. And the point is, career politicians, a country like ours can't be ruined unless it's a king or a dictator in 4 years' time like this. Mm-hmm. This is the doing and the workings of career politicians making decisions that have nothing to do with the working class people that are grinding hard day to day, period. Yep. Crime is up under all in the blue areas. Almost every single one of them is unbelievably skyrocketed. Mm-hmm. I could go on and on. Anyway, that's the thing with Hillary. That's my commentary. That's my thoughts. Just because I'm right, no. Wait, just because I'm wrong doesn't make you right? How do I say that? Either way, it works.
Do your own research.
Exactly.
But think about it.
Absolutely. Ask the questions.
Ask questions. Yeah. Do your own research. Yeah. Look at all sides.
Thanks for watching. Make sure that you hammer the like button. Subscribe to YouTube. We'd love that. Give us a comment. AskMatt at mattloganspeaks.com is the email where you can give me snide remarks about my hair. Not yours this week.
Damn it.
Thanks.
Life's too short to wear a shirt. I mean, a boring shirt. Check out www.shinybrandproducts.com.
Okay, so I'll see you later, huh? I'll give you a call.
So it's done.
It's done.